My story starts where I was 58 years old. I'm self-employed, own a computer store. So there's about a 30-year window where I didn't really have God in my life. I didn't proclaim Him. I kind of just pretended He wasn't there, I guess. We had this bill that all of a sudden the bank decided they wanted all their money. And that same week, my wife tells me that she's unhappy and basically my marriage was falling apart. So for weeks, months, I went through not eating, not sleeping, crying a lot, feeling really bad for myself. In this computer store, Joe Coley, which many of you know, he visits a lot. He's one of our friends. He came by and I would be talking to anybody that would listen. So he was listening to me, and probably after about the 20th time of hearing me whining and crying and feeling so bad for myself, he says, "So, Rick, I know what will help you." He says, "I think I know how you can get through this." And I asked him, "Okay, well, what's that?" He says, "Go to church with me." And I was slow, but I said, no thank you. Appreciate it, but no thank you. I had hit total rock bottom by this point. And again, Joe happened to be in the store. He was talking to my partner. And I approached Joe. I said, "Does that offer still stand?" And he looked at me really, really puzzled. Like, what offer? What did I get myself into? And I said, "They offered to go to church with you." And he perked up real quick. He said, "Oh yeah, sure." So September 2nd, 2012, I went to church, to the Vineyard Church for the first time. Come Monday, Joe comes up and asked me, how I was doing, what I thought about the church. And I told him the church was interesting. I really had a bad day. So he offered to pray with me. And we prayed, and afterward, that week changed. It was very different. So I was eager to go back to church the next Sunday. So that was my intro to God interacting with me or showing me that He is alive and very much interested in me. I ended up with a pacemaker, and that must have been a turnaround, or so I think it is, because I come home dying, nearly passing out from a pulse of 20, and I get loaded up into the ambulance, and my wife went with me. And the next day she called the nurse's station, checked in on me, and she came in that night. And, I heard from the nurses that she was constantly calling and checking in on me. So now, 6 years later, we are enjoying life. We are making plans. We are doing things together, unlike before where it was she went her way, I went my way. Not good for a marriage. I was accused of being selfish and chauvinistic. I feel I'm less selfish now, so I thank God for His involvement in my life. I'm ever grateful for Joe Coley bringing me to the Vineyard Church too.